हाँ, पोटेंशियल है। हाँ, रेंज ऑफ। हाँ, हाँ, एसक्यूएल डाउनलोड कर। हाँ, देख। हाँ, ऐसा। So last, let us already we have data model, relational data model. So I have entity. What is it? What is that? What are derived attributes? Is what is what are can be next what is uh, multiple what is the relation? Same concept here also. See, collection of tables. What is name and inner record. Okay. So here relational data collection of table is having so see here, according to a table for it with name student and roll number, name and for age and what is this table? Name. What is this table name? Student age, which consists of columns, roll number, and common factor. Seven, zero. Observe roll number, name and age. This split, what is that? One is Yes, that if we combine nothing, go to column. Stop. Roll number, address, code, age, and so these are like this one. Roll number, age, phone. Okay. Next. Okay. That data participants. Yes.
ఇక్కడ వాయిస్ కోసం మొబైల్ పెట్టా ఏం పెట్టాను మొబైల్ మైక్ మేడం మైకే వాడట్లేదు
Yes. So, Thomas and A by yes, data I can constraints. There are four constraints. First, okay, there are four types of integrity constraint. First one is domain constraint. What is the first one? Domain constraint. So note down. Make it fast, ma. Emma. Change చేయకండి. Finished? Next slide, Kelly. So let us see the first one, domain constraint. Next click చేయి దాంట్లోనే డయాగ్రామ్ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ అమ్మా, నెక్స్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ yes look at the domain name name it name domain bound space range of value I explain it. So domain constraint I explain yeah. How many these are also very time foreign but can uniquely take solve some important okay and also these are some constraints. How? Let us see the example. So, having yes, having this body, it should unit. The name is there. Second one, the should know empty, none, empty, none or empty. Okay. The column name should be unit. Okay. What is the condition? That it should not only the column. It should be first. No, no, no. Again, some how this eight eight is called now no, with time for this what is SAU in the I. So for the integer now here I am using primary. Okay, primary comma what is A that and A but it is domain yes A yes what is bad suppose one will and so is what is yes or no next again what is it so then take the constraint as it should satisfy condition. What are that duplicate and not
హలో అదే లైవ్ పెట్టాలి కదా అది మళ్ళీ వేరే సారి మాట్లాడుకుంటారు
outside. Okay. OTG connections on you.
హలో హలో
మైక్ జాగ్రత్త
అది చాలా జాగ్రత్త
అయిపోయాక తీసుకో 20,000 మైక్ ఇప్పుడు కాదు
సరే
ర్యాంపే హెచ్చరు వచ్చింది పెట్టి నువ్వు మాట్లాడు
హలో హలో వస్తుందా హలో లైవ్ లో వచ్చేస్తుంది
Constraints.
లైవ్ జరుగుతుంది ఇక్కడ నుంచి మెన్స్ క్లాస్ ఆఫీస్ ఆడియో
ఎలా పెట్టుకోవాలి వినిపిస్తుందా చూడండి ఒకసారి చర్చ అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా ఎక్కుతుందా లేదా ఎక్కట్లేదా ఏం లేదు కదా అర్థమవుతుంది So see here, entity integrity constraints. So what are entity integrity constraints? Here, main concept is primary key. Already we know the conditions of primary key. What are the two conditions of primary key? It should have the unique values. Whatever the records are there, it should have the unique values and it should not be null or empty. Okay. So according to this table, the employee table, it is not correct. Why? Because here we have declared the employee ID as a primary key. Here it is not satisfying the conditions. Yes or no? So it is not satisfying the condition, primary key concept. So this table is invalid table. Is it clear? Yes or no? So here the main concept, entity integrity constraint, that will contain the primary key has a null value. Okay. Next. Referential integrity. And now see here. Referential integrity is here comes the concept of foreign key. Okay. Foreign key. Now primary key completed. Now foreign key, listen to here. Everyone. Look at here. So foreign key is nothing but we are taking the reference from the previous table. So this is a table 1 and one more table is there. We need to create other table, table 3. We are taking the references as from the previous table and creating one more table. References. The foreign key concept depends on the references from the existing table. From that existing table, taking as the common columns, we are going to create the new table. Okay. See here. So according to this table, the table name is employee table. Employee name, age, and some department number. D number is nothing but department number. So here we have taken in this table department number as a foreign key. And from this table, I am going to create one more table with the location. Added location. So taking reference from the previous table, I have created one more table called as foreign key. This referential integrity constraint going to follow the foreign key concept. How we are going to write means the syntax. Suppose for this table, create, what is my table name? Employee, EMP I am giving. Okay. What are the column names? EID, think so. EID integer 10. Here I am giving one more constraint, that is primary key, comma, name, varchar, next age. Okay, age integer some 10. Antana? Next, department number some integer is there. So before going to create this table, we should have one more table, department table. Create table department. Okay, in that column names, department number. Okay, some integer and primary key. Okay, comma, some department location is there, varchar. Now, how I am going to write here? Department number integer. This I have finished. Foreign key. This is my syntax. Foreign key. References. What is my table here? Table name. Department. What I have taken? Column name. Okay. This is a syntax to write a foreign key. Okay. Referential integrity completely depends on foreign key concepts. Taking the references from the existing table and creating new ones. Is it clear? Yes or no? So till now I have explained two keys. What are that? First one is primary key. What is primary key? It should have unique values and it should not be null or empty. What is the second key? Foreign key. Taking the reference as a previous table, from that we are going to create new table. Okay. So this is the syntax. Foreign key, references, table name and the column name. Okay. Is it clear? Foreign key, references, table name and the column name should be in brackets. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next. Key constraints. So key constraints are nothing but these keys will be keeping here while creating the tables. Suppose take this as example. I have kept one key constraint. In which column I have kept one key constraint here? ఎక్కడ పెట్టాను ఇందులో? Primary key. This means this table should be, this column should satisfy primary key conditions. What are primary key conditions? Huh? ఇదే టేబుల్ తీసుకోండి, చెప్పండి ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ప్రైమరీకి నేను దీనికి తీసుకున్న ఐడి. ఓకే, సపోజ్ here I have kept primary key, right? So what is our conditions for primary key? It should be unique. All the values should be unique. Second condition, not null or empty. Okay, so it is satisfying primary key condition. This record okay. Next, this only see this column. Okay, this record okay, this record okay. 1002, 1003. Again it is repeated. Is it valid? No. So that type of call as key constraint. This column I kept as primary key. It should satisfy the primary key conditions. Is it clear? Yes or no? Again, what are the conditions of primary key? Null means unique means it should not be duplicated because here 1002, here 1002 duplicated values. So our condition is it should be unique. Yes or no? It should be unique. So these type of things are called as key constraints. Why? Because for that column we are keeping some keys. Here I kept a primary key constraint. According to this table, I kept what key? Primary key. Is it clear? Yes or no? So till now I have explained four keys. What are that? Four integrity constraints. What are that? Huh? Domain constraint, entity integrity constraint, referential integrity constraint, key constraint. Up to this clear? Yes or no? Last benches. Emma, Miru, girls. Next, check constraints. So see here, check constraints are nothing but here we are giving a check. It should be greater than 0 for these conditions. If I am giving the age, it should be greater than 15 means it should satisfy. Then I am going to use this type of things, check constraint. Check constraint in bracket, age should be greater than 0. Okay. So for the type of things, I will use check constraints. For that column, okay, if I want to get or if I want to retrieval the data, okay, who is having above 15? Who the students are having above 15 age, I want to retrieve means I'll giving check constraint age. What is my age? It is my column greater than 15. Then it is going to give the names of who are above age 15. Is it clear? సో ఇవన్నీ నేను ప్రాక్టికల్ లో చూపిస్తాను ఓకే ఇక్కడ చూడండి క్రియేట్ టేబుల్ కస్టమర్ సో ఐడి ఇంటీజర్ నాట్ నల్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ కీపింగ్ ప్రైమరీ కీ దే హ్యావ్ కెప్ట్ నాట్ నల్ okay so that the value should exist something here okay name as usual varchar 20 comma not null okay that means what here not null they are giving means this is also one type of constraint. That means this column should not be empty. That's why they have kept as not null. Is it clear? Next, age, integer, not null, and check constraint equal to age greater than or equal to 18. By this, what we will get? While entering only, while inserting the data only, we should enter above age 18 or above, equal to or above 18. Yes or no? So, నేను 15 ఇచ్చాను క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు తీసుకుంటుందా? Why? What is my condition here? The age should be above greater than or equal to 18. Check constraint. Okay, check constraint. Okay, and the address is character they have taken. Okay, and salary decimals. Okay, instead of integer we can also use decimals. Okay, 18 comma 2 and primary key they have taken. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? Check constraint. Example note చేసుకోండి. Finished? Next. So already we know what is meant by schema. So database schema is which is logical design of the database. Okay. Database schema is also said to be a logical structure or logical design of the database. And instance, we know what is meant by instance. A collection of information stored at a particular moment called as instance. Okay. What is meant by instance? A collection of information which is stored at a particular moment. Example, university database. Yes or no? University today they are having 100 records or 100 records student information. Tomorrow after first year they are going to add again 100 more. Okay, at particular moment there are 100 records. After 1 year or after 6 months, what will happen? It will increase to 200. Okay, so that type of things are called as instance. Okay, here database instance is also said to be a snapshot of the data in the database at a given instant of time. Okay, next slide, Karen. So what is schema here according to this table? Department name, only this part, right? Department name, building, budget. Then what about this one? Records. Okay, records. Only schema is department name, building, budget. Okay. Next slide. My next slide. My next slide click చేయరా. See here, this is a university. Okay, consider this one as a section schema, which consists of course ID, section ID, semester, year, building, room number, time slot ID. Okay, schema is course ID, section ID, semester, year, building, room number, time slot. Schema, what is meant by schema? Structure, yes or no? So these are called as records are tuples. Okay, and RDBMS is a collection of forget, yes, database. Database is a collection of tables, is a collection of fields is a collection of records. In tables we'll get rows and columns. Database, all files will be stored at one place, yes or no? And the databases which are collected, that is called as relational database management system. Okay, relational database management system. So in that, a table which consists of a structure called as schema. Okay, next. So this is a structure or a schema for teachers. What is the schema here? ID, course ID, section ID, semester, year. Okay, next. What is primary key? Always the records or whatever it is having the column, it should be unique. And second one, it should not be null, empty. Okay, that is what the first condition. Coming to foreign key. From the previous table, we are taking as reference to make a new table. Okay, so candidate key is nothing but in every table, minimum one candidate key will be there. Okay, suppose create table student roll number. మా స్లైడ్కి వెళ్ళండి, అక్కడే క్లియర్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. స్లైడ్, నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్. Candidate key. See here, this is a table which consists of name. Table name is employee table. Attribute names are employee ID, employee ID, employee name. చెప్పాలి ఇక్కడ ఏమున్నాయి, కాలమ్ నేమ్స్ ఏమున్నాయి? ఐడి, నేమ్, address, passport number, license, SN. See here, how to create a table? Create table. What is my table name? Employee. Okay. So what are attributes? Employee ID, integer, and primary key. Okay, comma, employee name, comma, what is the third column name? Employee address. Next, address is nothing but varchar. Next, next, previous slide, Emma. The last one is SSN. Okay, SSN is also an int only. Okay, now, so what is candidate key means? A candidate key is a set of an attributes which can uniquely identify tuple. So by this we can identify tuple, yes or no? How? EMP ID. Okay, EMP ID as taking as information or recognition number, passport number, comma, license number, comma, SSN. That means what here? It is a set of attribute which is going to identify his passport number, license, SSN. Yes or no? Taking reference as primary key, I am going to identify this person's identification number, license number, and passport number. That is what candidate key. A set of attributes which uniquely identify a tuple. Here, which is uniquely identifying the tuple? ID. With the help of ID, I am going to identify these three things. For suppose employee ID of 501 is there. I am going to identify some ABC, some license number and identification number. Okay. Is it clear? So this is called as a candidate key. Take other example. 502 is there. EMP ID. From this, I'm going to identify his passport number, license, SSN. Okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? అర్థం కాలేదమ్మా? Taking this employee ID as identification number, how I am going to identify if two people are having same number, same name? By roll number I'll pick, right? Here also same thing happened. Okay, by employee ID I am going to identify his passport number. Okay, I am going to identify his license number. I am going to identify his SSN. Why not employee name? Tell me. Because the employee name may be duplicated, right? 2 or 3 persons may have the same name. By identification, which identification? Employee ID will be having the unique name for each and every one. It will not be duplicated, right? From that I am taking as this one. Okay, so this is called as candidate key. This is called as candidate key. Is it clear? Yes or no? Note down this one. నేను నేమ్ ఎందుకు తీసుకోవట్లేదు అంటే డూప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది కదా, మన నేమ్స్ 2-3 పీపుల్ కి రిపీట్ అవ్వచ్చు. అదే నేను ఎంప్లాయ్ ఐడి తీసుకుంటే ఐడి నుంచి ఐడెంటిఫై, మిమ్మల్ని ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తా? ఈ క్లాస్ లోనే 2-3 మెంబర్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, నేమ్స్ సేమ్ నేమ్స్ రిపీటెడ్ ఉండొచ్చు కదా. సో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ టేకింగ్ ది నేమ్ యాజ్ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్, ఐఎమ్ టేకింగ్ ఇన్ ప్లేస్ ఆఫ్ నేమ్ యాజ్ employee ID. Is it clear? Make it fast. Finished? Next, third one, super key. A super key is a set of an attribute which uniquely identifies. Okay, so let me explain with the example. Super key, roll number, email, next roll number, comma name, next roll number, comma age, email, name, comma so super key concept is, it is used to identify the tuples uniquely. What is the concept of super key? It is used to identify the tuples uniquely. Identify the tuples uniquely. See here, I'm going to create one table now. Create table, some student table, okay, which consists of roll number, integer, primary key, comma, name, comma, age, email. So what is my table? Student table, okay, which consists of how many columns here? Roll number, name, age, email, 4 columns. What is my super key? Super key is said to be easy to identify the tuples uniquely. Uniquely means no duplications. Okay, duplicated data will not be exist while using the super key. So, how I am going to identify the tuples? Me see here. By roll number, by email, I can identify the tuple. Yes or no? Why? Roll number I am using. Roll number is a primary key. What is primary key conditions? It should not be null and it should have unique values. What is our intention? Uniquely. That's what I'm using the concept here. Primary key, roll number, comma, email. I can identify like this one thing and also roll number name. Okay. And roll number age. Each and every time I'm using roll number. Why? To identify the tuples uniquely, I have kept primary key there. That's what I'm using the roll number each and every time. Okay, roll number, name, and here also like this we can write any possible conditions. Okay, roll number, email, name, email. Okay, this is the one condition. Next, age, email. By age, email also we can find the tuples uniquely. Okay, why? Because the email will be having the unique values. Yes or no? Each and every person will be having unique emails, not repeated or not duplicated emails. Yes or no? By age. No. Okay. Next, roll number, name, age. By this also we can identify the tuples. So this is what super key. Super key is used to identify the tuples uniquely. And these are the possible conditions. If you want to note down, you note down. Water కావాలి. So in which conditions I'll follow this super key concept? In which conditions I'll going to follow this super key concepts? What? ఏ కండిషన్స్ లో ఏ కన్స్ట్రెంట్స్ లో నేను ఈ సూపర్ కీ కాన్సెప్ట్ యూజ్ చేస్తానమ్మా when we are having the employee names, two names are same, duplicate names we are having means we are going to use this type of things. Okay, next slide. Foreign key. I already explained foreign key. Yes or no? What is foreign key? Reference from the, see here, foreign key, the column of the table which is used to point the primary key of another table. In that table I have taken primary key. Which one? Department number. In department table, department number is a primary key. Okay, here department ID is the other table which is we are taking as reference. So what is the syntax for foreign key? Foreign key, references, table name, in brackets, column name. Okay, next slide. So this is an example for foreign key. Next Alanam. See the differences between primary key and candidate key. What is primary key? Primary key is a minimal super key. Will you agree? What is super key? What is super key? It identifies uniquely. It is a minimal super key. Yes or no? Primary key also identifies the tuple uniquely. Yes or no? So it is a minimal super key. So there is no, there is one and only one primary key will be there in relation. So according to previous example, I have used only one primary key. Yes or no? No two or three primary keys are there. Only I have used only one primary key. Next, what is the difference? Whereas in this relation, there can be more than one candidate key. Yes or no? Passport number, SSN number, license, these three are considered as a candidate key. Okay. Next, an attribute of primary cannot be contain null values. Here, it can contain null values. Okay. Next, primary key can be optional to specify an relation. Coming to this one, without candidate key, there cannot be specified any relation. Okay. And primary key specifies the important attribute for the relation. So here, coming to this one, the candidate key specifies the key which is qualified for the primary key. Okay. Next, it is a confirmed that primary key is a candidate key. Here also it is confirmed that the candidate key can be a primary key, and also unique key, primary key differences. Okay. Next, super key, candidate key. One chapter. Next, these are the symbols and notations. Already we have seen yesterday, right? So this is an entity symbol, rectangle shape, relationship with diamond, and what is meant by relationship? Huh? Association between two or more entities. Okay, what is meant by attribute? A property which describes an entity called as an attribute. Next, weak entity, a entity which is dependent on other entity. Example. Huh? Loan and installment. Okay, which is dependent? Loan is dependent or installment is dependent? Is dependent on loan. Next, what is weak entity? Weak entity relationship. Next, what is multi-valued attribute? More than one values. An attribute which is having more than one values. Example, degrees, language known. ఇంకోటి కూడా చెప్పా. Phone number. Yes or no? Next slide ma. So key attributes are identified like this. Ellipse, underline. Okay. Next, composite attributes. What are composite attributes? It can be divided into further parts. Example, name can be divided into further parts like first name, middle name, last name. Okay. Next. Now, main concept in DBMS. Database languages. Yesterday I have given one task for you. Have you done? Yes or no? చదవలేదమ్మా? So database languages. So before going to see all the types of languages, why we are using database languages, it directly involves with the query language. Okay. All of you heard about SQL, yes or no? Structured query language. Structured query language. So directly interaction with the query language. Database languages are directly involved or interacted with the query language. So there are the types of DBMS languages, 4 types. First one is DDL, second one is DML, third one is DCL, and fourth one is the TCL. So what is the first one? DDL, data definition language. Data definition language. It deals with DDL deals with schema of a database. DDL deals with schema of database. Again, what is meant by schema? Structure. Okay, it deals with schema of the database. Suppose roll number, name, branch, and marks is there. Okay, so what is schema? Logical structure. this structure called as a schema. DDL deals with this structure, only this structure. If I want to add the columns, who is going to add the columns? DBA, database administrator. Okay, so here it deals with the schema. Blindly, you need to remember data definition language deals with the schema of a database. First point. And also it contains data dictionary. What is the meaning of data dictionary? Where we have seen this one? Here. DDL deals with the schema of the database. Okay. Now see here. Look at here, everyone. Coming to second one, DML. What is the full form of DML? Data manipulation languages. Data manipulation language. The name itself specifying what we are going to do in that one. Manipulating means we are modifying. That's why the commands are select, insert, delete, update. By this we can modify. Yes or no? Here, data definition language. Definition is nothing but it deals with the schema of the database. Here the commands are create, drop, truncate, rename. Okay, only it deals with the structure. So create is used to create the database, create the tables, create the functions, create the procedures, create the index. Creating of a table deals with DDL. Okay, always you need to remember data definition language deals with the schema, nothing but creation of the tables, creation of the database, creation of the functions, procedures. Is it clear? Yes or no? That is what the first command. What is the first command in DDL? Create. So now let us see the syntax. Already syntax చెప్పాను మీరే చెప్పాలి ఇప్పుడు. Create table and table name, field names, field 1, some data type, length, okay, and so on. So each and every end of the statement you need to give semicolon. So this is what creation tip. How to create database? Create database, database name, semicolon. Okay. Is it clear? Yes or no? So all this comes under which one? DDL, data definition language. Now coming to second one, drop command. Drop command, what it is going to do? Delete the entire table, records, as well as schema also. Okay. రికార్డ్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఈ రికార్డ్స్ తో పాటు ఈ స్కీమా కూడా డిలీట్ చేస్తుంది. విచ్ కమాండ్? డ్రాప్. ఓకే, డ్రాప్ కమాండ్ ఈజ్ యూజ్ టు డిలీట్ ఎంటైర్ టేబుల్ along with schema. Along with schema, we already know what is meant by schema. Overall structure means the whatever the structure is there, whatever the column names is there, along with it is going to delete if we are going drop. Drop syntax, table name. Ante. Okay. If I want to drop a column also, ఇప్పుడు ఈ కాలం ఉంది, మార్క్స్ కాలం ఉంది, నాకు ఇది వద్దు. సో ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు డిలీట్ దిస్ కాలం, ఎంటైర్ కాలం ఆల్సో విల్ యూస్ డ్రాప్. అప్పుడు డ్రాప్ టేబుల్ నేమ్. Here I am going to use the column name in brackets. Okay, so that it is going to delete the, along with the data it is going to delete. What is drop concept? It is going to delete entire table along with schema. Okay, is it clear? Yes or no? Next, what is the third one? Truncate is also used to delete the records. Okay, delete the records. Truncate is also used to delete the records. What is the difference between truncate and drop? Drop will going to delete entire table along with schema. But here, if you are using truncate means it is going to delete, but the schema will be remains same. Whatever the records are deleted. The schema remains same. That is the difference between those two, truncate and drop. Is it clear? Yes or no? So what is the difference between drop and truncate? Drop, it is going to delete entire table along with schema. Truncate, it will delete records and not schema. It is also going to delete the table, but the schema remains same. You should say like this. Okay, that is the difference between drop and truncate. So these are comes under DDL. Yes or no? Here we are only doing with the structure. We are dealing with the structure. Yes or no? ఇందులో ఏమి మనం లోపల ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసిన వాల్యూస్ డిలీట్ అవ్వట్లేదు కదమ్మా ఇక్కడ. Only dealing with the structure. That is what DDL deals with, schema of the database. Okay, it will maintain data dictionaries. It will maintain data dictionary. Okay, next, what is the last one? Rename. Here also rename is used to give a other name for the columns only. Okay, rename use chestunna, నాకు roll number వద్దు, I need ID. Okay, here I will be using rename equal rename, and first is the roll number ichi, instead of this one alias ID I'll be giving. Okay, so ivanni cheddam, don't worry. So data definition language consists of how many commands? What are that? Create, drop, rename. Create, drop, truncate, rename. So what is the difference between drop and truncate? Drop will delete entire the table along with schema. Truncate also going to delete the table, but the schema remains same. Next, DML. Data manipulation language, which deals with the data present in a table. Now look at here. DDL we have seen. What is DDL? It deals with schema of the database. Schema. Okay. Next, coming to data manipulation language, it deals with data present in the database. Okay, data present in the database deals with DML. DML, data manipulation language. The name itself, it is deriving. We can do modifications, we can do updations, we can also delete the records. Okay, the schema, it is going to deals with DDL. Okay, na? See here. Yes, Look at here, everyone. DDL is nothing but it deals with the schema. Coming to DML, it deals with the data present in a table. Data present in a table. Okay. Now, what are the commands we have under DML? So, select. How do you select? Select is used to retrieve the records. Okay. It is used to retrieve the records. Select. If I want to select anything, if I want to retrieve the records, we need to use the command as select. So select star from student I am giving. So what is my output? It is going to display all the records which is there in student table. It is going to display all the records which is there in the table, student table. Suppose I have given student name from student table. So what is my output here? What I'll get now? ఏమొస్తుంది నాకు అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుంది ఓన్లీ ఐ గెట్ ద నేమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ విచ్ టేబుల్ స్టూడెంట్ టేబుల్ ఓకే సపోజ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ స్టార్ మీన్స్ ఐ గెట్ ఆల్ ద values all the record present in a table okay suppose I am giving name comma age what I'll get name only 2 columns right age is it clear yes or no select is used to fetch the records or retrieve the records is it clear yes or no girls next what is the second one so with the select we are retrieving the records from the table that's what I said data manipulation deals with the present in the table okay it deals with the data present in the table next what is the second one insert how to insert a records what is the syntax insert insert into what is my table name suppose student values ఒక table create చేద్దాం create table name as student roll number integer okay name branch okay now how to insert our records in this table insert into what is my table name student values what value I should give first what is my column name roll number 101 comma name for this varchars while using the varchars you need to give in single quotations okay comma branch is it clear so what is the syntax insert into student values bracket open 101 ABC CSE at the end of the statement semicolon okay now how to see this one whether I have inserted by using which command select star from student then what it is going to display ఏమేమి వస్తాయి roll number name branch here okay suppose I have given only select name what I'll get what is my output ఏమొస్తుంది ఏమొస్తుందమ్మా select name from this student name only will get ABC name ABC In this way I'll get. Is it clear? Yes or no? So here we are dealing with the data present in a table or not? Yes, data present in a table we are dealing. So that is what data manipulation language. Next, coming to the third one, delete. What is delete? Deleting the particular records or tuples. Deleting, if I want to delete this particular record, 501 I want to delete. Okay, for that we are going to use delete. So now see the differences between drop, truncate and delete. This meaning is same, deleting only concept, three of. Yes or no? What is drop? It is going to delete entire table along with schema. Truncate? It is also going to delete the table, but schema remains same. What is meant by delete now? Specific records it is going to delete. Is it clear? Yes or no? Next, update. So delete is syntax. Delete from table name where column name equal to we need to give. Okay. Particular records if we want to delete. Next, update. So what is the use of update? Modify. Suppose I want to modify this 501 to some 505. I'll be using the keyword as a update. Okay, update. So this is what data manipulation language consists of. How many commands? What are that? Huh? Select, insert, delete, update. Next, DCL, data control language. Data control language. Here, data control language means a user or a DBA, he is going to manage these commands. Okay, what is meant by revoke? What is meant by grant? Grant is nothing but giving the permissions. Okay, and revoke is nothing but taking back the permissions. Already some permissions are assigned to user. Okay, to do some modifications, to do some updations in a table. Again, using revoke, it is taking back the permissions. Okay, so these are the DCL commands, grant and revoke. Grant is nothing but giving the permissions. Revoke is nothing but taking back the permissions by the user. Okay, is it clear? Next, transaction control language. Transaction control language. Rollback. So rollback is used for repetition. Okay, commit is used for success of a transaction. Okay, and one more is the save point. The queries or the records, it is going to save at that point. Rollback we can also call as redo. ಮದೇನಿದೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ 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 ల్యాప్టాప్ ఇవ్వు. Next slide. So let us do practical in domain types in SQL. వస్తుందా? నేనే అటు వస్తాను. First note down this one, ma. Then we'll do practical. చెప్పేస్తాను, నేను అక్కడే పెట్టేసాను. First note down. ఉండండి. Finished? So if we want to use character, it is defining the fixed length of character string, which is a user specified length. Okay. So it is similar like varchar. It is a combination of integers and characteristics. Okay. So what is the length of the character? Huh? Fixed length. What is the integer? What is the integer? So what is the difference between integer and float values? If we need decimal values, means we will be using float, yes or no? Next, numeric is nothing but it is also a fixed point number. So this, it is going to specify the precision of some digits, like numeric 3 1 it is giving, means it is also going to allows it is also going to show the exact number. Okay, precision number. It is going to show like 44 and 5, it will store exactly, but not 44.5. Why? Because we have used the numeric. Okay, next, real double precision. So all this we are going to see in that practical session. Next, floating number, varchar. So it can store up to how many bytes? 2000 bytes. Okay, so while varchar 2 can also store up to, so instead of varchar, we can also use varchar 2. Okay. Next, if we declare data type as a varchar, it will occupy the space of how many? 2000 bytes. Okay. Along with null spaces also. Okay. Next slide, Karan. So in this, you will be having numeric functions. Okay. SQL will maintain numeric functions, date functions, time functions, all functions will do in afternoon session. Till now I explained the data definition language. What is data definition language? It deals with the schema of a database. How many commands are there? What are that? Create, alter, 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 create, alter, drop, truncate, rename. Okay. Alter is also you can add. Next, DML, data manipulation language, which deals with the data present in a table, okay, or a database. Under that, we are having some comments. What are that? Select, insert, update, delete. Okay. Next, DCL, which is controlled by a DBA. Under that, we are having two commands: grant, revoke. Next, last one, transaction control language. In that, three commands: rollback, commit, save point. Okay. Next, next slides. Two classes of languages are there: procedure and non-procedure languages. Okay, in SQL, two classes of languages will be there: procedure language and non-procedure language. Whereas procedure language, user has to specify what data is required and how to get those data. Two things they have to specify in procedure language. What are that? What data we should require and how to get those data. That is a thing. Next, non-procedure. Here we need not to specify how to get the data, but we should specify what data is required. Okay, so got the differences between those two. In procedure language, user need to specify what data is required and how to get those data. Okay, and in non-procedure, user need to specify only what data is required and need not to bother about how to get the data. Is it clear? Yes or no? So SQL having two types of languages: procedure language and non-procedure language. Next. So under DML commands, we have seen select, insert, update, delete. grant gives users access privileges to the database, revoke withdraws the user access. Okay, next TCL commands. Next. Okay, so like see here, yesterday I have explained data abstraction. What is mean by data abstraction? Hiding the unnecessary data. We have also seen 3 levels of data abstraction. What are that? Physical level, logical level, view level. What is meant by physical level? It is the lowest level of abstraction which shows, yes, physical level. It is the lowest level of abstraction which shows how data is stored, and also it involves simple to complex data structures. And one more thing is that we can, it is also called as storage level. Why? All the databases are stored at one place called as storage level. Next, what is the second one? Logical level. Logical level is also a level which has what data is stored and relationship among the data. What data is stored and relationship among the data. Okay, and also it involves complex data structures. It involves complex data structure. And one more thing, there exists physical data independence. Why? Because modifications can be done without the help of physical level. Okay, view level. అది ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నాను ఇప్పుడు చెప్తాను దాని రిలేటెడ్ చెప్పండి. వ్యూ లెవెల్, multiple users will be there. Okay, so your view is different, my view is different, and bank manager view is different, and the customer view is different multiple views will be there. Okay, and there we are seeing how data is stored and what type of data is stored and what is the relationship among data. Now comes to SQL. We are having 2 types of languages, right? Procedure language, non-procedure language. In that, what will happen? In procedure language, user going to specify what data is required and how to get those data. Next, non-procedure. Non-procedure enti? User need to specify only what data should be required and need not to bother about how to get those data. అర్థమైందా ఎందుకు అక్కడి నుంచి? ఓకే, నౌ టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై లాజికల్ స్కీమా. What is logical schema? A database designed at logical level called as logical schema. What is physical schema? Design. మర్చిపోతే ఎలా అమ్మా? What is instance? ఇప్పటివరకు చెప్పినాయి అర్థమైనాయా? అర్థమైపోయినాయా? అర్థమైందా? మధ్యాహ్నం అవి చేద్దాంలేండి. క్రియేషన్ ఆఫ్ టేబుల్స్, డేటాబేస్, హౌ టు ఇన్సర్ట్, హౌ టు సెలెక్ట్, హౌ టు అప్డేట్. ఓకేనమ్మా? అర్థమవుతుంది అసలు కాన్సెప్ట్స్? వింటున్నారా లేదా? ఎవ్రీవన్ ఐమ్ ఆస్కింగ్. క్లాస్ బోరింగ్ ఉందా? అర్థమైనాయి కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అన్ని? ఏమ్మా కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అన్ని? ఇవ్వండి ల్యాప్టాప్ ఇవ్వండి చేద్దాం. ఎస్, ల్యాప్టాప్స్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఓపెన్ చేయండి. లేని వాళ్ళు నోట్ చేసుకోండి అమ్మా, క్లియర్ గా నోట్ చేసుకోండి. ఇక్కడ పెట్టవా? ఆఫ్ చేసుకున్నా. స్క్రీన్ పెట్టు, ఇది పెట్టు. అక్కడ రావట్లేదు. ఎంటైర్ స్క్రీన్ పెట్టలేదు. స్టాప్ చేయి ఫస్ట్ షేరింగ్. స్టాప్ చేయి. స్టాప్ షేరింగ్. పెట్టు. సో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసిన వాళ్ళు ఓపెన్ చేసి ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్, హౌ టు క్రియేట్ డేటాబేస్. క్రియేట్ డేటాబేస్, డేటాబేస్ నేమ్ ఓపెన్ చేశారా? ఏం లేదు. కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్ ఉన్న చోట నేను చెప్తా. ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారా? ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తే ఓపెన్ చేయండి. రూట్ అని ఇవ్వండి, పాస్వర్డ్ రూట్. రూట్ పెట్టలేదా? ఎస్ మా. ఇందులో వస్తుంది.
Just I want to greet you. Cleaner faculty.
Yes,
మీ క్లాస్
బాగుంది.
బాగుంది.
Okay.
ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే మన పిల్లలు కదా మీకు మధ్య మధ్యలో మీరు కొంచెం క్వశ్చన్స్ లైన్స్ చెప్తుంటారు కదా సో డెఫిషన్ సో అడ్వాంటేజ్ స్క్రీన్ షేరింగ్ ఆడిగాను అడిగాను అడిగాను
Yes.